My name is Anup Devras, and I had applied sciences in AWS, overseeing R&D for a variety of AI services that we have built over time. Today, I plan to talk about AI-powered marketing, how to go about revolutionizing the customer experience to accelerate business growth. So here's a quick overview of the talk today, the agenda for the talk today. I'll start off giving an overview of the AWS AI/ML philosophy and very quickly build the case for personalization and then talk a little bit about what Amazon Personalized AI Service is. And then towards the end, we'll talk about generative AI and the use cases of generative AI for personalization. So let's begin. As part of AWS, we have a vision. The vision is to put machine learning in the hands of the developer. So at AWS, we are constantly innovating on behalf of our customers. And towards that, over the years, we have built some of the broadest and deepest set of machine learning capabilities. So if you were to take these capabilities and categorize them in the increasing order of abstraction, you can categorize them into three layers. The bottommost layer is what we call as ML infrastructure layer. This is the layer where we at AWS, we provide ML software and ML hardware so that our customers can build ML infrastructure. The middle layer is the Amazon SageMaker layer. This is where AWS builds a fully managed ML development environment for our customers so that they can focus on the most differentiated part of machine learning pipeline. And then the top layer is the AI services layer, and that's where I come in. This is where AWS embeds ML into common business use cases, such as, say, document processing, or supply chain demand planning, or anomaly detection, or personalization. Now, at the AI services layer, we do not expect our customers to know machine learning. So the kind of experience that we are trying to provide at this layer is off-the-shelf experience. In the interest of time today, I won't be able to talk about a lot of things that go behind all of these layers that I just talked about. But my focus for today's talk will be on personalization and generative AI. And then I will try to combine these two different sets of technologies and then build a case for, diverse set of use cases that can be thought at the cross-section of personalization and generative AI. So why personalization is so important? Now, personalization is everywhere, and we all have experienced it at a variety of places and variety of avenues. You probably recently visited an e-commerce website where you saw product recommendations based on your past viewing history, past purchases. And these recommendations are tailored just for you. Now, personalized experiences, they boost customer loyalty and they drive sustained engagement. And it shows. So when consumers are captivated by a curated browsing experience, they are more likely to increase their visits. They are more likely to engage longer. As a matter of fact, a recent McKinsey survey, they suggest that 71% of consumers see personalization as a standard level of service. Now, organizations that implement personalization, they realize 10 to 15% lift in revenue. However, if the organization is fully digital in their direct-to-consumer business model, then they see even higher lift in the revenues, up to 25%. So what this means then is that personalization no longer fits in the category of good to have or nice to have. It's a must-have. 60% of consumers say they will be repeat customers after a personalized experience. Now, companies today face numerous challenges, and we feel for a variety of such challenges, personalization can come to their rescue. So in the highly competitive market with numerous players vying for the limited attention of the user, personalization can attract and retain customers by providing tailored recommendations. And doing so, the businesses can stand out in this fierce competition. Unfortunately, it's not that trivial to set up a personalization system. So most of the time, customers often go for rule-based systems. Now, these are very intuitive, but unfortunately, they are very hard to scale as the number of users and the number of items in your catalog increases. Also, the customer's behavior and the prediction patterns, they constantly change. And so it's very important to understand the changing behaviors of the users and react to the changing behaviors. And that is where ML-powered personalization comes to the rescue. Now, ML-powered predictive consumer engagement can help surface the right content to the right user in the right context at the right time. So hoping I was able to build a strong case for personalization, let me take a pivot now and talk about Amazon Personalize. It's an AI-powered service in AWS, and we provide personalization and recommender system as a service to our customers. So let me talk about the key features of Amazon Personalize, and time permitting, I will also talk about how it works. So there are a couple key benefits of Amazon Personalize that I would like to talk in a couple of minutes here. So Amazon Personalize today, it enables you to quickly build applications at scale with the same ML technology that Amazon.com has been using over the years. Now what this means is that by giving this off-the-shelf experience, we take care of the undifferentiated heavy lifting, allowing our customers to focus only on the most differentiated part of their business. Amazon Personalize provides flexibility to use real-time as well as batch events. So depending upon the business use case, the customers can choose whether they want near real-time experience or they want batch. So as a concrete example, recommendations, let's say you are an e-commerce customer, you want to react to the changing behavior of the user as they are browsing on your e-commerce website. For such use cases, maybe a near real-time recommendation is what you desire. On the other hand, if your goal is to do large-scale email targeting, then maybe a batch recommendation use case is appropriate for you. Amazon Personalize as a service, it automates and manages the life cycle of many of the components required to build the end-to-end service, from building the data sets, featurizing it, training the models, deploying a machine learning model. So it reduces the cost from months to weeks to even days. Another interesting, appealing feature or offering from Amazon Personalize is the simplifications of the APIs that we offer. What this means is that the Amazon Personalize APIs can be integrated seamlessly into the tech stack of the customers and the businesses. Now, there are a couple foundational use cases of Amazon Personalize that I would like to talk about here. The first use case is user personalization. Now, so let me also use maybe e-commerce as a use case, just so I'm able to convey the message and build some concrete use cases. So starting with user personalization as a foundational use case, personalized shopping recommendations are tailored to a user's profile and interests, their past purchases, their past browsing behavior, past search patterns, and things like that. So personalization can help tailor recommendations to user behaviors, providing a personalized experience at the user level rather than giving a generic experience. One of the most common use cases that we come across is the ability to deliver unique homepage experience by personalizing every aspect of the homepage. So for example, the way the rails are constructed, the way the homepage are constructed, the way customers select different box art images for their items and things like that. The second foundational use case of Amazon Personalize is similar item recommendations or item-to-item recommendations. Now, similar item recommendations, they help users discover new items in their catalog or try to find things that are similar to the existing items in their catalog. So for e-commerce applications, similar item recommendations, they manifest into rails such as frequently bought together or frequently viewed together. For media customers, you might have come across rails such as because you watched or more like why. The third foundational use case is personalized ranking. Now, businesses, they have different priorities. So imagine you have a subset of items that you want to promote, maybe because they have promotionals going on or they are new items that you want to promote and popularize. Personalized ranking is the ability where we take this subset of the catalog and provide relevance-based ranking for the users, so that while the recommendations are still relevant, at the same time we are fulfilling the business needs of the customers by optimizing for variety of business objective functions. The fourth foundational use case is intelligent user segmentation. Now, breaking through to the users means targeting the right content to the right user without overwhelming by avoiding numerous messages, so that because it comes at the risk of users churning out or unsubscribing. Now at Amazon Personalize, we use deep learning based machine learning models to build these propensity models which are highly catered to the niche user base of the customers, so that given a promotional item or given an attribute of an item, it identifies the users who have the high propensity to interact with those items. And it also tries to avoid overwhelming the users who would not have the propensity of interacting with those items. Let me very briefly talk about the customer impact and how Amazon Personalize has been driving the business outcomes. And I'll talk about three customers here, starting with Discovery Education. So Discovery Education is a worldwide education tech leader serving approximately 4.5 million educators and connecting 45 million students worldwide. Using Amazon Personalize, Discovery Education was able to personalize their K through 12 learning platform as what they call as just for you. Now, by integrating Amazon Personalize, Discovery Education saw a 229% increase in click-through rate, and it also resulted into a 220% increase on high-value interaction. Senvosat is Chile's largest retail company, and they wanted to build personalized experiences for their users. So when they integrated Amazon Personalize in their applications, they saw a 26% increase in average order value and a disproportionately larger increase in the click-through rate, something like 600%. Bundesliga is Germany's premier football league, and they also leverage Amazon Personalize. And they want to cater or create a personalized engagement model for their users. So when they integrated Amazon Personalize, they saw users were interacting with the content significantly more compared to what they had before. So they saw a 67% increase in articles read by the user, and at the same time, they saw a 17% increase in the amount of time the users were spending on their applications, on their apps. Now, having spent time talking about personalization, building a case for personalization, talking about the service and the offering and the customer impact, let me now pivot slightly to talk about generative AI. And towards the end of the presentation, I will try to combine generative AI and personalization and try to talk about the use cases that can be built at the confluence of generative AI as well as personalization. So let's talk a little bit about what generative AI is and the applications and the use cases of generative AI in personalization. So the first question is, well, what is generative AI? So generative AI, I'm pretty sure a lot of you here already know, is a type of artificial intelligence that can create original human-like content and ideas for a variety of real-world use cases, generating, so for example, generating code, to conversations, to images, to videos, and a variety of other things based on natural language prompts. Like all AI, generative AI is powered by machine learning models, deep learning-based machine learning models. But they are trained on disproportionately large amounts of unlabeled data, and they have significantly larger number of parameters. And most commonly, these models are called as foundation models. Now, while foundation models can tackle a vast variety of use cases out of the box, customers still do find a need to customize these foundation models for their niche use cases. So the ability to fine-tune these foundation models on a limited amount of in-house proprietary data is starting to emerge. Now, where does generative AI fit in? Well, I think of generative AI as a subset of machine learning. I think of generative AI as a subset of deep learning, and deep learning is a special case of machine learning, and machine learning is a special case of artificial intelligence. Where if you were to define artificial intelligence, then it's any technique that allows computers to mimic human intelligence using logic, if, then, else loops, and of course, machine learning. Now, generative AI is that subclass of deep learning where it uses billions of parameters and it is trained on many trillions of word tokens and images. Now, we have seen ourselves in the past a year or so that generative AI has been creating significant business value, and it has potential to create even more business value in the future. From creating new experiences to improving the productivity of the developer and the user, to extracting insights, to even unleashing new use cases. As a quick example, talking about productivity, recently at AWS, we launched 2 generative AI-based services. One is Amazon Bedrock, and the other is Amazon Code Whisperer. So Amazon Code Whisperer is AI-powered coding companion for the developer. And when we deployed Code Whisperer and our users started to use it, we saw that with the use of Amazon Code Whisperer, the tasks were getting completed 57% faster. So this is a concrete example of how generative AI can boost user productivity. And at the same time, there are examples where it can unleash new use cases altogether. So now let's combine personalization and generative AI and think how at the confluence of personalization and generative AI, new use cases can be found and what else can be done. So in my opinion, better user experiences can be built by taking generative AI and combining that with user personalization. So for example, you can create a unique customer experience embodying a company's unique voice, style, and services that the companies are offering. We can create condensed digest of personalized content that the personalization model is able to cater to the user. We can target messages to the right individuals using tailored parameters. So for example, if there is a personalized copy text that the customers want to tailor to a particular user, now that becomes a possibility today. Similarly, you can generate more accurate recommendations by just incorporating generative AI technology in building your personalization models. So while large language models and foundation models can deliver the conversational experience, the consumers are still seeking models that can latch on to user behaviors. So the need to have sequential models, the need to have collaborative models for building personalization continues to exist. But going forward, what we have to think about is how we can make use of generative AI and plug that into the personalization models. Therefore, I think, in my view, it is important to think of a hybrid model where personalization and generative AI can blend together, can work together, rather than one replacing the other. With that, I would like to thank you for your attention. And if you have any questions, I would be sticking around. We have a booth here, so please feel free, and then we can have a conversation. Thank you so much.